way late. But it's just a deck that I think I'm going to be using this at least a little before the rules change. It doesn't really a lot go into extra deck, but it can. But when the rules change for the Link monsters, I think I'm going to be using decks that use little extra deck, or at least that they can easily like fuse. I'll do the fusion decks easy because that decks that like Ancient Gears, you can keep fusing them together to make stronger and newer monsters. But I thought I would remake my Noble Knights. I also ordered Noble Knight Brothers, which I'm going to be adding to this deck as well. And I might also buy another set of this. That way, either I can do a mirror battle, or I can just mirror battle to practice, I mean, or something like that. Or just to like take it apart and add some new cards, like maybe a third one of this would be good. But anyway, this is my updated Noble Knight deck. So let's just start with the monsters. Noble Knight Artorigus. 1. Well, to start off, these are monsters I use only one of. So Artorigus, Merlin, Dristan, Gawain, Lady of the Lake, Bedwyr, Guinevere, High Lonsland, Purder, Madrot, Gralchavad, and this next one's not a Noble Knight, but it could be searched using Boar's ability, because it has Noble Arms in its name, and that's Celtic Guard of Noble Arms. Just to either get rid of it, either add it to your hand to have strong attack. It can only attack if you have no cards in your hand, but it at least has strong attack to where your opponent would have to summon something stronger than 2100. Or just, get lucky enough that your opponent picks other card instead of it and send it to the grave. Then Big Shield Gardna for defense. Although it goes to attack mode, then you're in trouble. But he's pretty much just there for a one-time defense, and you tribute it to bring out something. Marauding Captain, I used 2 of him. Pretty much summon 1 Marauding Captain. I think he can bring out another one of himself, or something like that. But if pretty much you have 2 Marauding Captains, or you have a Marauding Captain on the field, and say a Command Knight, then pretty much your opponent can't attack either of them. Because Marauding Captain, if you have another warrior on your field, your opponent cannot target any other warriors on your field except for him for an attack. But Command Knight, your opponent cannot target any other monster on your field except for Command Knight for an attack. So it'd be forced to attack this, and forced to attack that, which it can't do that. I just thought that was pretty cool. So that's why I added him. Also, he's a good way to bring out your Noble Knights and increase their strength. Next, I run 2 Boars. He's pretty much your searcher for your Noble Arms cards, or Guinevere. Then, of course, 3 Command Knight. These are pretty much to power up your warriors, and if you have 2 Command Knights or Marauding Captain and Command Knight, then your opponent cannot attack either of them. Pretty much locking them out of attacking your warriors. Now those are for the warrior monsters, or for the monsters I mean, which are pretty much all warriors except for Merlin and Lady of the Lake. Now for spells. 2 Noble Knight of the Round Table. Like I said, I might add a third one when I get another copy of this set, or whatnot. Then I pretty much use 2 of each noble arm except for Arthur and Excalibur. So I use 2 Caliburn, 1 Excalibur, 2 Destinies, 2 Gallatin, 1 Arthur, 2 Warrior Returning Alives to bring back warriors that are in your grave, which could be a bad thing for you because this card requires them to be on your field or in the grave. But it could resurrect like your command knight and whatnot. Add it to your hand. Not resurrect, but bring it back to your hand. Then if you're having a hard time and you don't have any in your hand, any warriors per se, or a noble knight, then you want to use this card too, the Reinforcements of the Army, to add one of them to your hand, level 4 or lower. Then I also put in the A forces, because for every spellcaster or warrior on your field, then increase each warrior. Let me just read it, see if I'm saying it right. All warrior type monsters you control gain 200 attack for each warrior or spellcaster type monster you control. Merlin's a spellcaster, so if you have Merlin on your field and a warrior, that's 400 each. That's going to do it for spell cards. Then for the traps. I use 5 of them. Wiretap is pretty much your activate it when your opponent were to activate a trap card, boom, negate and shuffle it back into their deck. Compulsory evacuation device. Your opponent thinks they're about to destroy your monster or attack you directly, boom, return their monster back to their hand. Ordeal the Traveler, kind of the same thing as this, only they have to, it's all about luck. You shuffle your hand, they pick one in your hand, they guess the type right, then they get to go on with the attack. If they guess it wrong, then it gets returned to the hand. Scrap Iron Scarecrow, pretty much they attack, activate it. They can't attack you again. Well, they can attack you again, but it's negated, plus you can set it face back down to use for next turn. Then Desperate Tag. I added this in because since your deck is mostly warriors, you activate this, your opponent were to attack you, you can negate their attack and special summon a warrior type monster from your hand. That's going to do it for the main deck. And for the extra deck, there's only pretty much 4 cards. Xyz monsters, Sacred Noble Knight of Artorigus, Sacred Noble Knights of King Artorigus. If I remember their effect correctly. Yeah, he needs 2 level 5 Noble Knight monsters, and when this card is Xyz summoned, you can target up to 3 Noble Arm equipped cards, equipped spell cards, with different names in your graveyard. Equip those targets to this card. Once per turn, detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target one other monster on the field, destroy the target. If this card is sent to the graveyard, sent to the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Noble Knight monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Then, of course, Artorigus, King of the Noble Knights, is your next Xyz monster that I use in this deck. 2 level 4 Noble Knight monsters. When this card is Xyz summoned, you can target up to 3 Noble Arm equipped spell cards with different names in your graveyard. Equip those targets to this card. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, destroy any number of spell trap cards on the field, up to the number of Noble Arms equipped spell cards you control. That's it for the Xyz. And for the Synchros, there's 2. Noble Knight of High Longsland, I use. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner Noble Knight monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, you can equip 1 Noble Arms equipped spell card from your deck to this card. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed a monster by battle and sent it to the graveyard, you can add 1 Noble Knight or Noble Arms card from your deck to your hand. You can only control 1 Noble Knight of High Longsland. And not a Noble Knight, but X-Saber Wayne. Pretty much 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand. So pretty much it's like a Marauding Captain, except stronger than a Marauding Captain. So synchro summon him, special summon a monster from your hand, like your Marauding Captain or Command Knight. Power him up more. If it's Command Knight, then yeah, works pretty well. Well, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this deck profile. I have one more deck profile for today, and that's going to be my edited version of my Cyber Angels, which I edited already, just to make it better. I'll be ordering the deck tonight, and the other cards I need for it, and then hopefully it'll be here by next week or so. That way I have it ready to use. Also, my Fusion Enforcers box should be here really soon. Right now it's in Harrisburg, which is about 6 hours away. So hopefully it'll be here tomorrow or Friday. But I will definitely do a box opening of that as well. And once that box opening is done, next month I'll be doing a Duelist Saga box opening. As well as in April I'll do a structure deck opening of the Dino Smashers and the Reactor Dragon. So until next time, guys, EpicMan14111 signing out.